Hey VanGang, so we are back with my single woman series, and this is going to be the second video in the series. Today I'm going to not only be answering questions, but I have notes of things that I do want to discuss in this video, because I know people are wondering, like, well, what's next, and how did I get to the place that I'm at. So we're going to be discussing that in this video, and I just want to say thank you so much for all the love, the support, the kind words, the testimonies under the first video, because we are literally sticking together. We are building each other up, not trying to tear each other down. And excuse the background noise, they are doing construction like literally next door, and they are so freaking loud. So I'm gonna start with basically what I feel like the stages have been since this breakup, like the stages that I have went through. The first stage, in my opinion, would definitely be like shock. I was in shock for a while, to where I still felt like we're together, or this is not really over, or this is not really happening, and this is just something that's going to pass. But I had to get closure. I had to get closure in order for me to move on, because I'm such a loyal person that I wouldn't do anything that I feel like would jeopardize us getting back together or moving forward in the relationship. So I had to get that closure in order for me to move on. It may have been hard to hear. There kind of opened my eyes and made me know for real that this is real, okay? So as far as, the next stage to me would definitely be being emotional and hurt. So it was hurt and emotions. Like, I was so hurt and my emotions were on a million, as you saw in the last video. That clip was literally from the day that it happened. So I was really emotional and I was really hurt, and it just was so hard to get past those feelings. Everything I heard, every time I thought about it, I cried, like Boohoo cried. It literally felt like a death, and that's what it was. It was definitely a death, because again, 10 years is a very, very long time to be with somebody. Like, I literally felt like I grew into a woman with this man. Like, he's been with me since I was 24, and I'm about to be 35, and we're not together now, but I'm just saying, it was a very, very long time. So it felt like a death. Then I had a stage of anger where I didn't want to speak to him, and I felt like that's what I needed. So I told him not to call me, and I would not call him, and I needed that space to clear my head and get myself together. Now, with me, I only did it for a week, and it was a very, very good cleanse. I was used to talking to him every single day. Like, we spoke on the phone every single day, whether we were together or not. So I needed this cleanse. Yes, we have a child together, so I was only able to do my cleanse for about a week. My child is only 8. So some things that needed to be spoken about, he would need to speak to me, not my son. My son does have a phone, but he did speak to him, on his phone. But as far as me and him speaking, we didn't speak for a week, and I was able to clear my head for that week and focus on me, and really like think about what was next, how I was going to move forward, and why I was feeling the feelings that I was feeling. So during that time, the next stage was acceptance. I was able to sit back and accept it now, because I was able to clear my head and get past the emotions and start focusing on me. And to me, when you focus, all right, I'm going to get into how you focus on you. But the last step to this has been reflecting on the relationship. And it's another stage of acceptance, because if once I reflected on the relationship, I was able to see why he is not the one for me. and why I'm not the one for him, but mostly why he's not the one for me. So those were my stages of this breakup, and that's literally from my head. This is not something that I went and looked for on the internet. Everybody is totally different, but I'm just telling you the stages that I personally went through. So while we were together, there were always people in, you know, my ear saying, oh, you know, when are you getting married? You know, I don't feel like you should be engaged longer than this amount of time. I don't feel like you should be dating anybody for longer than this amount of time. Well, I feel that that is none of anyone else's business. Whether we took 5 years to get married, whether we took 20 years to get married, has nothing to do with anybody else's situation. Nobody's in your relationship but you and that other person. So nobody should dictate a time in which things should happen for you. With our situation, we lived with people, you know, it's not just us. So we wanted to wait until we got our own place. There are different things to different people that matter the most, but us finding our own place to live mattered more to us than just walking down the aisle and spending money. So that's what that was, and that was nobody else's business, and I don't regret that decision. Also, I get a little bit of slack on giving the ring back. At first I said I wasn't going to give the ring back. To me, when a man gives you the ring is yours. It is a gift that he gave you with the promise to marry you. First I was saying, like, I'm not giving you the ring back. No, like, I feel like I fucking earned that ring. I stayed by your side loyal for 5 entire years, didn't step out on you. I did everything I possibly could to show you that you were loved, and I went all the way out of my way every single day. Every single day. I deserved it. Like, you promised me that we would walk down the aisle, and it did not happen. I said, you know what? For me to be at peace, I need to give the ring back. So I gave him the ring back because to me, the ring symbolized something emotional for me. Like, it made me emotional. It took me a very long time to take the ring off, and when I did take the ring off, I kept it in a box, in my Louis Vuitton box, because I just wanted to have it as a keepsake. But it doesn't make sense to hold on to something that isn't, and it's not going to be. And for me to be at peace, I needed to get rid of the ring, so I gave it back. So what I did to focus on myself is different things. Okay, so I started to put my love into myself. Whatever I had to do that I felt would make me feel better about myself, and the focus would be on me, I did. So I brought myself things. I make sure that I look good every single day. I put somebody else in charge of my happiness. Like, why did I do that? I do not know. But as y'all seen in my last video, since I've been able to move on, I am happier. Like, I am literally happier. It is still hard every single day. On social media, I don't know what has been going on, but for the last week I have been getting so many like throwbacks of me and him. And from different days, the day we got engaged, the days we've been out and took pictures, his birthday party I threw him, his birthday shindig I threw him a few years ago. Like, everything has been coming up this week. So this week has definitely gave me a little bit of a setback, because I have gotten emotional this week. I have cried a few times. I have thought about, like, wow, are we really here? Am I really doing this? Things like that. But I know we're not going to be together, and I know we're not meant for each other. Like, I gotta move on and do what's best for me now. I've been going out more. Some people be like, oh, you know, I'm staying house. Staying in the house, girl, is going to drive you nuts. Get out. Go out with your friends. Whether you just go to your friend's house just to chill, watch some movies, have some girl time, do that. It definitely helps. Then we go out every Friday. So that's what I have been doing lately. So with me going out, I'm able to get myself dolled up. You know, I'm out of the house. I'm not thinking about what's going on, you know, I'm not thinking about what he may be doing. I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm out, guys are going at me. And that's also another way to start mingling again and dating again, because guys are going to see you looking sexy. You know, you might dance with them, they might ask for your number, stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing, and it has definitely been working. The next thing I want to tell you about it that has helped me a lot is a self-help book by the name of The Secret. I downloaded Audible. This is not a sponsored video, sis. Audible don't even know about me, but I downloaded Audible because I was like, you know what, I want to read The Secret. I've been hearing about this book for so freaking long. So I've been listening to The Secret for the past 2.5, 3 weeks. Every night before bed, I also have a book in which I wrote all the notes from each chapter, and this book has definitely helped me focus more on myself and do things more for myself and speak things into existence, because I already been talking to y'all about speaking things into existence, and honestly it has definitely been working, girl. It has really worked. It is so crazy how something this simple could work, but it does. Speaking things into existence is real. So I would definitely recommend The Secret. It just gives you so much insight on things that you didn't even think of, things that you did not even think of. And basically what The Secret is the law of attraction, okay, just in case you were wondering what The Secret is. All right, so two people that have definitely inspired me, who definitely helped me out a lot, is Ace Metaphor. I watch his live videos on Facebook all the time. He is freaking amazing, y'all. He basically gives you insight. He gives women insight as well as men, but I watch mostly the videos on the women, the things that he say about how guys are, and y'all, he is the truth. Go check him out. Another person who has been inspiring me a lot is KEKE WYATT, because sis been through so much. She's been an emotional wreck. Y'all know that she was pregnant with her, I think, 8th child, and on top of that, her husband had left her. On top of that, one of her other childs was like on their deathbed battling cancer when all of this happened. So she was going through so much, and she was an emotional wreck, and he just left her ass. Like, and for one of her friends, like somebody that she hired as a backup singer, who she was you know, close with and had her in her home and all of that, he left her for somebody that they knew and that was close with them, which is even more hurtful. To see her married now with another man, and she looks so happy. She looks so happy. To see that, she definitely has been an inspiration. I have definitely been following her. I love KEKE WYATT. I think she is like one of the most underrated artists ever. I think she's one of the most talented singers, period. Like, nobody can blow better than KEKE WYATT in my opinion. So I just love her, and she has definitely been inspiring me to move forward, because look what moving forward did for her. She found a new man who has accepted that she has a million kids, who has accepted, you know, everything she's been through, and decided to love her the way she deserves to be loved. If that is not a testimony for that ass, I don't know what is. I got a question about, do I have moments when I break down at this point? And yes, I do. I'm still healing. Every day is a new healing process. Every day is a different day. I can go a week and change and not feel anything, like be like, oh, I'm good. But then there'll be this time where I see him, or some memories come up, or he calls and I hear his voice, and I melt and I feel those feelings all over again. So it is an up and down thing. I am not ready to be in a relationship, but I'm ready to mingle. I'm ready to date. I'm ready to get my feet wet. I haven't been on a date in 10 years. I'm not gonna sit here and stop my life because this person doesn't want to be with me. My future husband could be right around the corner, who knows. The biggest thing I am looking for is chivalry. Someone who is a man, who acts like a man, who handles his business. You know, if I'm going to be dating, I can't be dating somebody who acts like a child. I have children. You know, anybody I date is a potential husband at this point. You know, not saying that, you know, that's what I'm looking for. But if we were to develop feelings, like if you're dating with somebody, there is potential for you to develop feelings for this person. So if you're developing feelings for someone who acts like a goddamn kid or who doesn't have his shit together, you don't want that to be your children's role model. So I keep that in mind, and I try to only date people that I feel like are on the level that I need them to be on. What I'm looking for is out there. It may be hard to find, but what I'm looking for is out there. And I can't sit back and, you know, dwell on someone who clearly couldn't give me anything that I needed. When you learn self-love, you learn that you don't need anybody else. All you need is yourself. Him leaving is just another testament to I don't need anybody but myself. And I just want you to know that you don't either. Don't ever let anyone feel like you need them in order to survive, because you absolutely do not. But sis, if somebody doesn't want you, you got to have the mentality that you don't want them either, no matter how hard it is and no matter how much it may hurt. It is what it is at this point. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will be back next Friday, and yeah, let's chat down in the comments. Love y'all.